All right, so one for the apprentices here. When you are doing a cutout of wall plates, this is a wall plate. You might have seen these that we put these on at rough-in stage. These now are behind the plaster. So I want to show you my tricks to making sure that you get this right every time, because I've seen a few guys that don't have a process, even for the little shit. So here's my little shit process, right? We're going to imagine this stud bracket is like this. Starting at the bottom with your magnet, it's going to catch, all right? You now know you're in the bottom here, and then it's fallen off. You see how it grabbed there? That's the top. Now, my process is I want to make sure I'm doing a full ring here. One is, if this has been bent back by the carpenter, you're going to know straight away, and you're going to know to be a little bit more careful. Or two, you might be here going this way, and you're going to be in the wrong spot. So obviously I know I'm not going to be in the wrong spot, but I still want to be confirming this, right? So from the bottom, I'm going to go to the top, and I'm going to go around, and I'm still here. Still here. Right, and you guys might think that's it, right? I've done a full loop. My Hail Mary of checks, right, is what I call the jump. So along the bottom, I'm going to be in the middle here, and I want to move to here, and the magnet is going to jump. It's going to kick me off, and it's going to jump. See that? Get a close up on that, huh? That's the jump. That's me knowing I'm here to here, right? So then I leave it on the bottom, and I'm gonna go in. Now, this isn't, you don't just start cutting out straight away. You're gonna go in two directions, right? So I like to go sideways until I hit the bracket. I'm now here. And then all I wanna do is go up, and I'm going slowly here. And now I've hit up. Once I've got two directions, I know that I'm in this circle. If you start going up and up and up, you're gonna get a little bit, and you're gonna quickly realize that you're not where you need to be, and you need to start again. So I've gone across, I've gone up, I know I'm in, right? I can take my magnet off, and I can do my full cutout. Now, this is the best saw that you can buy. This is the Stanley one. My tip's broken off, but my suggestion is to rough up this sharp edge straight away on a bit of concrete, on a bit of brickwork, whatever's safe to do so. If it's too sharp, it tends to be really grabby on these here, and you'll find that you're getting a lot of resistance, and it really limits your ability to control what you're doing and have good feedback with your hands, because you're trying to look with your hands here, if that makes sense. Right, so I'm in all the way. I'm in all the way. Now I'm pushing as I'm cutting. See, I'm not pulling as I'm cutting, because I'm gonna get blowout like this, right? So pushing as I'm cutting, I'm all the way to the edge. I keep my saw in the wall. If I take my saw out the wall, I run the risk here of pulling out like this, and then getting on this side and start cutting down. And I'm gonna be cutting with confidence at this point. So I do like to keep my saw in the wall, twist, twist. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this at all. I really am just nice and light. Let the saw do the work. Boom, we're in. We're nice and flat against this. You might find if you're cutting on a bit of an angle, you're gonna get excess plaster here. Clean this out, clean this out. Now the last thing to do is expose the screws. So, bit of an angle. I'm carving in until I get the right angle. And then nice and close with your saw, we're just gonna very gently get away that last little bit, and you've exposed that screw. So, one more time for the viewers. And then, come on baby. Beautiful. Now, this might look like I'm taking a lot out of this just to expose the screw. This will, time and time again, fit a slimline switch. This will fit every switch, even if it's a low profile one. I promise you, I do not have problems with my process. This is the best process. So our downlights have been measured up, and we're gonna be cutting them out now. So I wanna show you apprentices how to cut downlights out, because it is not as simple as just pushing this thing onto the roof and sending it. There is a little bit of a knack. I'll show you one, and then I'll explain it. Look at that, mate. mate. That's just perfect. God, I'm fucking good. What you guys saw was pretty straightforward, but there's a bit of a knack. You're gonna have to reach up high, Teach. So when I'm putting this on the roof, I am not putting this thing square up on the roof. If I do that, this downlight, this cutout is gonna just start walking, because all it's gonna do is open up this hole and it's gonna absolutely destroy your roof. So, hot trick, apprentices, when you're doing it, we're gonna start on a little bit of an angle. I'm not talking about cranking this thing to the gills, just enough that maybe an inch of the blade is gonna catch on that plaster. Bang, we're through, right? So see, now that we're through, what we wanna do is now eventually follow this through without putting this face all the way on the ceiling. Once we've broken through all the plaster, then by all means, you can straighten this thing up. So what we're gonna do, keep going. Now we're all the way through, right? Now I can comfortably, nice and straight, and I don't have to use all the pressure in the world. If you use all the pressure and like start absolutely sending this thing to the gills, all you're gonna do is it's gonna start to vibrate in this cutout, right? Like that. And all that's gonna do is open this up and you will damage the plaster. So nice and slow, starting on an angle. Let's see if I can find this cable up. Oh, baby. Fuck, I'm good. Oh, he's good. Statewide Sparkies, baby.